Hello students, welcome back. So now I will show you how you can use group by clause on these three tables: customers, orders, and shipping. So in one of my previous session, I showed you how you can create these tables: customers, orders, and shipping. So if you recall, the command that I went through was these right here. Let me just open that up so you can take a look. And so first I dropped the shipping table, orders tables, and customers table. Then I created a table customers. Then I created the table orders, and then created the table shippings. And then I also had created the foreign key right here. Also created the foreign key inside the shipping. Then I populated the customers table. I populated the orders table, and then I also populated the shippings table. So assuming you have done all this, now I'm going to show you how you can use group by clause. So come over here. Let me just open up this right here, and there you go. Okay. So suppose you have to find customers with the order count. So coming back to this right here, this is my schema. So I want to know, if you go back to your question, look at the question, find the customers with the orders count. So going back to this right here, so this is my customer right here, and these are the corresponding orders right here. So for example, Wagner, customer ID 1, he ordered, this is ID 1 right here and 1. So he ordered 2 items. So you want to determine these types of numbers. You want to see the order count for each one of them. So how do you do something like this? Well, this is the query you use. Uh, you say select customer names count, that's the keyword, count orders dot order id as order count from customers, join orders on customers. Now basically I'm joining these two tables, customers and orders, and I'm joining using right here. You can see that customer id in the customers is joined to orders table on customer id like this. Okay, so I'm just creating that relationship. I'm using this syntax right here. This is what the syntax does. It actually takes customers table and takes the column customer ID and it joins to the orders table on the customer ID. And then I'm grouping by customers dot name. Okay, so let me just copy this, paste it, and run this right here. Let's scroll down a little bit. All right, so let's run this, and there you go. So it tells me Fisher, his order count is 1. Mozart, he ordered 2 items. Shankar ordered 2. Vogel ordered 1. Wagner ordered 2. You can see that. Let's look at the Wagner. Wagner ordered 2 items. Customer ID for Wagner is 1. And how many customer ID do you see in the orders table? This is my orders table. Inside orders table, I see this is one customer ID 1, customer ID 1. So these two are Wagner. Wagner customer ID 1. All right, so he ordered 2 items. Okay, now let's say somebody asks you, hey, find me customers with exactly 2 orders. All right, so let's do that. So you want to find only all the customers that has exactly 2 orders. So in this case, I'm basically, this essentially the same query is up there. The only difference is I'm using this having clause right here. So if you look at my this query, from here to here is exactly same. The only difference is I just added this right here. So this actually replaces your where clause. So when you're using the group by clause, you have to use having, and having actually is like your filter condition. Okay, so let's copy this, copy, paste it over here, and let's run this. And that's going to show you only those customers whose order count is exactly equal to 2. Okay, let's look at the next one. Let's say somebody asks you, show me how many items have been ordered by all customers and their total amount. All right, so let's do that. So select customer ID, count, okay, count everything. Now you want to add your total sum of the amount, and then from orders, and you group by customer ID. All right, let's come over here, paste it, and let's run this, and there you go. So it tells me customer ID 1, he ordered count is 2, and how much is his total spend? 375. Let's just take a look at this one. Customer ID 1, who's customer ID 1? Wagner. And customer ID 1, 1. Okay, what is the order count is 2? Well, we can see that he ordered 2 items. Okay, and what is the total spend? 375. So 250 plus 125 is 375. All right, that's great. So it's making sense. Now let's go to the next one. Show me customers. Let's say somebody says, hey, show me customers and order amount, uh, order count along with their total amount of money that they have spent on their orders. Okay, so in this case, I'm selecting customer. customer ID from my, I'm selecting customer ID from the customers table. I'm selecting the name from the customers table. I'm actually selecting my order count. I'm also now for each order count, I'm actually adding them all together. So that's going to be my total spent right here from the customers table. And I'm actually joining customers to orders, grouping by customers.customer ID and customers name, by the way. So just copy this. Now, one interesting thing you notice over here is that I'm grouping by two of them over here, because customers.customer ID and customers.name, because basically I'm selecting these two columns right here. Okay, that's why you have to group by both of them. Okay, come back over here, paste it, and let's run this. And there you go. So customer ID 1 is Wagner, order count is 2, and total spent is 375. So basically, this is the same thing as the one on the top. The only difference is now I'm able to also see the name over here. Okay, next one. Show customers who have made more than one order along with their maximum amount, minimum amount, and their average amount. So let's do that. So in this case, I'm selecting customer.customer ID, customer.name, count, order count, minimum amount, maximum he spent, the average, and this is my join right here, group by, and having count of orders.order ID more than one. Okay. By the way, this right here, I can just say order count. I can actually just come over here, copy this right here, and I can replace this with this. That's going to work just fine too. All right, let's run this. And there you go. So these are the customers whose order amount, go back to this condition, whose orders.order ID is more than one. So their order amount is more than, who have made more than one order right here. So when you run this, you can see that these are the people whose order has more than one. Okay, let's come back to the next one. Let's look at this one. Okay, list total spending per customer sorted from highest spender to the lowest spender. Now, let's say somebody says, hey, list me all the total spending for each customer. Okay, sorted from highest spending to lowest spending. So, select customer.name, sum all the total spent. And in this case, you're grouping by customer.name and order by the total spent right here. Okay, come back over here, paste it, run this. And there you go. So Shankar, total spend is 400, Wagner 375, Vogel 350.